In Malaysia, and we are just one day out from the tabling of Budget 2024. And during tomorrow's speech, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's government is expected to announce plans to roll out a progressive wage policy to help uplift workers' pay. Melissa Goh has more from Kuala Lumpur.
For decades, Malaysia has been relying on foreign labour to power its economic growth.
Now, from construction, plantation, manufacturing to services industries, employers said they prefer hiring foreign workers, not just because the issue of cost alone. In fact, some would argue that it's no longer cheap to hire foreign workers with increasing levy and so on, but rather it's the attitude of locals themselves. Many just aren't keen to work in so-called 3D sector, where jobs are deemed as dirty, dangerous and difficult.
Foreign worker easy to manage. You ask them to do this, they do this. But I think some of our local, they will ask, why should I do this?
But economist Dr. Noor Azlan Ghazali says that is no excuse for bringing in more foreign unskilled workers.
If it is dirty, turn it to be clean. If it is dangerous, make it safe. If it is difficult, make it easy. So technology can resolve this. You know, if we opt for that rather than, hey, let's bring in foreign workforce, then we will create a lot more problems. They are basically flooding the Malaysian labour market.
Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, in tabling Budget 2024 on October 13th, is expected to announce plans to cut dependence on foreign labour and introduce a progressive wage policy in a bid to lift workers' pay. The median income of Malaysians is less than $500. The government plans to double it in 7 years. Ministries in charge of economic planning and human resource are now finalising a white paper to be presented to Parliament next year.
The figures that we have now is quite scary, so we got to do something about it. At the moment, we have more than 2.5 million. We have to control, okay? Because till 2025, they're only supposed to have 2.4 million.
We already exceeded that.
Yeah, we already exceeded. So we have to control. That's one thing. But at the same time, a lot of demand out there, right? So it is not easy for us to manage this.
But employers from across industries are sceptical.
I think we should be careful in how we roll this out. The government must be prepared to provide the bridging incentive until you're fully ready and we transition towards this new salary. The issue here is also not just about the base salary, but also the issue is living costs as well as the exchange rate.
So weaning off decades of overdependence on foreign workers would take time for employers. And experts say to create high-paying jobs, Malaysia must attract high-tech investments and focus on becoming a regional hub to grow high-performing startups.
It's a chicken and egg situation because in order for wages to increase, the right expertise is needed as well. So do we have those kinds of talents to match the industry needs?
Creating the right ecosystem with skilled labour is key as Malaysia aims to become a high-income nation before 2030. Melissa Goh, CNA, Kuala Lumpur.